Well, hey, good Wednesday afternoon to my church family called Parkview. I hope you're having a great week. And I just want to bring you a quick update, even though I'll see some of you here shortly at our prayer gathering, 6 o'clock in the sanctuary. And if you look at this video and realize, wow, I can make that, I would invite you to join us. We have a good time praying together on Wednesday nights, 6 o'clock in the sanctuary. So you come and you be a part of that. Hey, a couple of quick announcements, and then I want to give you kind of a review and where we're headed with Sunday's message. First of all, the announcements. This coming Sunday, August the 8th, we will stay after church and have a great time of lunch, hopefully with all the food that you all bring, combined with all the chicken and other meat that we provide and good desserts and all that wonderful stuff, so that we can celebrate Luis and Holly one more time. I pray that you'll make that a part of your agenda for Sunday. I pray that you will bring thank you cards and express your gratitude to Luis for all the work he's done and all that he has had to do through very difficult times from the start of his ministry all the way to the end. He has endured well. And so I encourage you to bless them in those cards. Bless them however you can. Stories, words of gratitude, and tangible gifts, whatever your heart desires. I would just encourage you to be very generous to Luis and Holly and be in prayer for them as he continues to march on in the ministry that God has called him to do. So I encourage you to talk to him about that so you'll know how to pray for him, and pray for Holly and those boys and their continued success in their pursuit to make everybody under the name Muñoz and these adoptions to go through 100%. So that's this Sunday, immediately following church. Look forward to seeing you there for that. Next week, this is only 1 week and a day away, our men's retreat will begin at Bagby State Park down at Fort Gaines in Georgia. And what I'm looking at here is a list of 28 names. Now, there may be a 29th name. I just can't confirm that yet. But if we have 29, that means this. We could have room for 30. We are really at the deadline. I'd love for that to be you. And if you need that to be you, and I want that to be you, you call me. You let me know. You catch me. Text me. Anything you need to do. Just got off the phone with them earlier today, setting up menus and rooms and that sort of thing. But let me show you what I have in front of me here. This is not going to make any sense to you whatsoever. But this is a rooming list, and it's empty, because I want to give you the opportunity to pick your roommate, okay? I can't point here. Pick your roommate. Everybody will have a roommate. Everybody will have their separate bed, but they will have a roommate. And then down here, I need to know what activity you're going to choose, whether you want to play golf, go fishing, shoot some skeet and trap, or stay around and play cornhole, board games, Mexican train, whatever that may be, or you may just want to take a nap. I don't know, on Friday afternoon. This is going to be out at the church for you to then fill in your names. And it may be that you contact your would-be roommate and you fill both of those in. But there's room for 28, and there could be room for 2 more because I just got off the phone with them earlier. Look forward to that. I'll give you more information on that. We'll arrive anywhere between 3 and 6 o'clock Eufaula time at Bagby, and we will begin with our dinner at 7 o'clock on Thursday night of next week, August the 12th. I am super excited about that. I cannot wait to have some time. We're going to worship together. Nothing like men raising their voices together. I love to hear those ladies sing, but there's sometimes nothing like a room full of men singing, and so I can't wait for that. And we look into the Word together to discover what it means to be positioned for purpose. And I'm looking forward to our men's ministry really exploding beyond this retreat. So you be in prayer for us. A third announcement is very generic, okay, and that is we still have several sick folks in our church. It seems like, again, we've come through a time where COVID swept through and is still hitting some families, a little hard. Others are recuperating, coming out of it. And so regardless of that, you need to be in prayer for the body of Christ. Pray that the Lord would bless those who are sick. Please remember them. Lift them up. Do whatever you can for them. It is good to see those who are coming back out. They've come out of quarantine. They've regained their health and strength. That is a fantastic thing to see. But others are still struggling and looking forward to that day. Now, One last thing for you today, and this is really kind of the pastoral part of this announcement video for you today. We are in the middle of this series that I'm just calling Disciple, where we talk about the 10 marks, the 10 defining measures, if you will, or qualities of what a Parkview disciple will look like. Now, the first two that we've looked at over the past 2 Sundays, that it's actually been kind of heavy hitting. So if you've been here, if you've heard those messages, they can feel like you're getting punched a little bit because Jesus, right out of the gate, said, if you're going to be a disciple of mine, you have to be a passionate follower of me, where your love for me makes your love for anyone or anything else look like hatred. And those are hard words to try to wrap our brain around. But he says, your love and your passion for me must be so great that everything else pales in comparison. He also said you have to die. He said you have to carry your cross. If you don't, you cannot be my disciple. And so that carrying your cross had this concept to his listeners then of a one-way journey. This was not a round trip. When you go up that hill with your cross, you don't come back. And so Jesus said that's what a passionate follower looks like. And he called us to that unapologetically, unequivocally, be a passionate follower of me. The second thing we talked about then last week was that we need to be this extraordinary lover of people. Now tonight I'm going to share a couple of things as we get ready to pray tonight with those who come. But this extraordinary love for people is a demand. It's a command of God that we love Him, God, with all our heart, our soul, our mind, all of our strength, everything about us. And the second is like it, we love our neighbors as ourselves. And so our declaration of love for God is seen so much in our love for mankind that these two commands are not separated. They're inseparable. They are really one command of love, and one is seen by the other. You cannot divorce the two. You cannot say you love God and don't love people. And so, again, I'm going to share a couple more things about that tonight. Again, that was kind of heavy hitting because we talked about the kind of people that we're supposed to love, that we don't feel like sometimes are lovable. They're not like us. They don't act or talk like us. And so, but regardless, if we want to be His disciple, that's what we're called to do. Now, this coming Sunday, it's going to be equally as challenging, but there's not going to be any real punches in the face this Sunday. As far as, hating someone or some group, or loving God so much that our other relationships look like hate, or loving the kind of people that we don't want to love. But we're going to talk about something equally as important, and that is how we develop the heart of a servant. This is very, very important. If we want to be like Christ, if we're going to follow Him, we are going to develop a servant's heart. And so I encourage you to be here Sunday, or tune in to our live stream on YouTube as we continue to look at these 10 things about being a disciple. Because, again, this culture that we're living in and the time that we find ourselves in calls for the body of Christ to, I believe, to make some radical adjustments in our life. I really believe God has called us to make radical adjustments to impact a world that is filled with hatred, filled with division, animosity of all kind. And so we can only do that if we passionately follow Him, if we radically and extraordinarily love other people and develop a servant's heart. So that's number 3 coming this Sunday. I hope you'll be with us. I look forward to that. And if there's anything we as a church can do for you or me personally, please let me know. We'll be praying for all of our sick and all of those who are struggling at this time. Please know that if you've watched this and you know that you are home struggling, we love you, we're praying for you, and we look forward to your soon and safe return. God bless y'all. See some of you tonight. Bye-bye.